Hello, everybody. This is Biggledorf, and welcome to Fausts Alptraum. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I am very sorry. So, I have actually played the first 30 minutes or so of this game, but the recording did not work. It was laggy. The voice echoed and all that, but I got all of those issues fixed. The game should run perfectly smoothly this time, and hopefully I don't need to redo it again. So, let's get started. Sorry, I just realized the music for the game isn't on. There we go. Again you show yourselves, you wavering forms, revealed as you once were to a cloud of vision. Shall I attempt to hold you fast once more, hearts willing still to suffer that illusion? Of lovely hours, though slipped from me and lost, they can no longer hear this latest song. I bring my verses to an unknown throng, my heart's made anxious even by their clapping. A shudder takes me, tear on tear, entire, in the firm heart feels weakened and remote. What I possess seems far away from me, and what is gone becomes reality. Today is Heinrich Faust's funeral. Despite how the sign reads, even she wasn't sure if that was his real name. So let's put it this way. Today is Daddy's funeral. There are more people than I thought. Aunt has revealed traces of annoyance beneath her veil. So sleepy, the girl thought. Why must we get up to face such a dreary day? Chatter permitted the sea of black suits, of which she recognized only a few. A few in the crowd wept with sorrow. How nice it was that there were still those who would lament his passing. Lament. It's about time to go, Aunt asked with a smile. Why does Aunt smile when she clearly never means it? The girl yawned and looked at the tomb, almost wishing she could swap places with the person resting inside. The coffin closed with a firm click, as if a patch of clouds in a gloomy sky had run headlong into the wall. Is it this one? No. No matter how tidily the lush blue tiles were stacked, one could still detect the passage of time. What's wrong? Aunt turned around mystified. The girl didn't want to go in. Aunt smiled wryly as if she had read the girl's mind. You only have to go in and see what's in there. Don't worry, it belongs to you now. No. Why do you think that would bother me? This isn't what you guys say at home. However, the girl kept those thoughts to herself. Never mind, just wait outside then, Aunt waved as she turned dismissively. The doorknob turned smoothly. So slow. Going in wasn't better than staying out here, but she wanted to go home as soon as possible. Any home would do. So she's probably dead. I'm assuming that Aunt is dead. Aunt Martha? The very air seemed to freeze. A horizontal layout could just barely be made through the haze clouding the unlit lights in the antechamber. In the silence, it was as if dust would be stirred up by the slightest step, but the odd thing was, there was no dust at all. Weird. Both doors were locked. Why? The electricity must be on. Where's a light? A light. Eek! Ah, just a cat. That was frightening. It's so cute. It's weird, but it's cute. Feline eyes lanced a sharp look out of the gloom, where coal-black fur melted into the shadows. It flicked away in the next second. Ah, it disappeared. Where had it come from? The cat had vanished from the corners of her eyes. Weird, huh? And again, we don't go into strange doorways that open up from under stairwells. Just on their own. It just shouldn't happen. The empty path extended further into the darkness. No, Aunt could not have passed it by here, which is why we shouldn't go in here. If she's not in here, why are we even going in here? But, go back. Go back. Fine, fine, fine. I can't get over how slow you move. Is there any way to make you go faster? There was nothing. Empty space all around her, but nothing revealed itself. The dead air thrummed violently in her ears. There's no way Aunt could be here. Of course not. We already established that. A screeching noise came from the door behind her. What in the world? Darkness oozed in. I really love the art in this game. And I love how much of that there is. It's not just like a little snippet at the beginning and then it's just straight up gameplay and stuff. They actually consistently have good artwork in this. This was the beginning of a nightmare. Don't get me wrong. I love games that are just like little pixel games. Those are fun too, but I really like it when games have good artwork. A patch of purple was eerily bright in the absence of light, as if it had been sugar-coated with icing. Hello? A ear-piercingly sweet voice sounded as a patch of purple probed out from the inky depths. Smooth locks bleached of color as if waiting for a painter's palette that would drip down any second now peered out. The ashen-faced owner turned to greet her. Hi? Yes. Oh, excellent. You understand me. A purplish white figure pulled itself up as if ascending a long flight of stairs. What time is it? Is it spring? Long, long sleeves flapped across her vision, but the way the figure moved didn't seem entirely human. Who are you? I don't remember the door being locked. If there's nothing else, can you shut the door on your way out? It started moving away with a flourish of its sleeves, accompanied by a clopping sounds of horses' hooves. It seemed bored, but this made her feel a bit uneasy. She yelled defiantly, I don't want to leave. This is Father's old house, so she should be the one to inherit it. The adults had said that before. No matter how unwilling their expressions had been, they had indeed said that before. Therefore, she wasn't going to let herself be swept out the door no matter what. The figure stilled, turned back, and despite being far away. Oh? She regretted her words almost immediately, particularly as the figure swiftly closed the distance between them. She realized its expression hadn't changed, as she tilted her head a long, long way up to meet its gaze. Really? Violently purple eyes flashed gleefully as they had suddenly remembered something. A garish grin abruptly split open the pale face. Elizabeth! The cloyingly sweet voice spelled out the girl's name. You've returned. The light disappeared suddenly as if the window shutters had snapped shut. And then the door opened. Her body moved of its own accord, disconnected from a mind roiling with confusion. Elizabeth sprinted up the steps and past a dim door frame draped with spider webs, retracing her original path. She couldn't remember why she had set foot in this place, and a growing sense of nauseated distaste urged her to leave. Her heart settled when she finally set foot on the lush carpet. As long as the front door is still open, then. Huh? What? There was nothing on the wall. Where's the door? She was trapped by the nothingness that revealed itself in front of her, just like how the cat previously cowered in the corner. This couldn't possibly be happening. What's wrong? That nauseating, sweet voice was starting to become irritatingly familiar. Let me out, she cried. Eh? What's that you say? There's no such thing as a front door. She retorted, I just came in from the front door. I didn't see that. You told me to shut the door on my way out. I don't remember saying that. The unease that had disappeared resurfaced with a will, almost tangible in its strength. Terror, exhaustion. She didn't want to face the latest turn of events. A strong sense of fatigue stole its way into her mind, and her eyes started to close. What's wrong? Ah, Elizabeth? How? How did the being know her name? Her eyes shut firmly before she could ask the question. Indeed, I shall enchant your eyes and your ears instead of shutting yourself away, sad as the worm that gnaws on your books. Come follow me to a new place. Let us go, then, to learn about life and leave the rubbish of philosophy. Elizabeth opened her eyes. Where is this place? The pendulum ticked away mercilessly in the empty air, as if it was the only living thing left in the world. come find me. Yes, and we're going to record over that because we don't need that anymore. No, there really isn't anything. She woke herself up with a brisk shake of her head. Although she had yet to figure out what had happened, Elizabeth didn't feel right just standing there. Cold shivers ran down her back just as she finished that thought. Would it make a difference if she had made a decent effort in communicating with the being? Didn't you want to leave? Why did you suddenly start looking for the door? Those weren't actual questions, just sarcasm that weaved insidiously around her. She slumped on the staircase. "Who are you?" Elizabeth asked. The gaze directed toward Elizabeth creased into a smile, as if it had been waiting for this question. The figure bowed with an almost comical number of flourishes. "I am Miss Mephistopheles." "Me what?" "Mephisto." "What exactly are you?" Elizabeth further asked. The demon smiled and slowly paced in a wide circle around the girl. It spread its hands in a way that was annoying for some reason. "I am the djinn that denies everything." Those two long sleeves waved around in a sinister manner. And so she asked, "Can you tell me where the front door is?" "Didn't I say there's no such thing?" "That's what you said. I didn't see a thing." "Didn't you walk in of your own volition? How would you not know where the door is?" "What do you know? They won't tell you anything. They actually don't even welcome you. If only you hadn't been born." It had stolen the right to speak, and every word it spoke dripped blood-curdlingly onto Elizabeth's head. She had to resist the urge to cover her ears in the face of such a cloyingly sweet voice, one that had snuck up to her unawares. "Think about it. This place is not actually that bad. It's quiet here. You won't hear those things. You won't even want to leave after a while." Elizabeth turned back to rebut this weird theory. "No way," she said. "I don't want to stay, or even spend even another second here." "Not even for a second?" "Not even for a second." "Really? All right. Want to make a bet?" "If you really want to leave, I will show you the way out." "Really?" "Yes," the demon nodded. "But if at any moment you wax nostalgic about your time here, or wish to preserve any instant for an eternity, then you lose." "Any instant?" "Any instant." "Well, that doesn't seem so hard. She didn't have the slightest inclination to stay here anyway." Elizabeth nodded her head without thinking over it for too long. "Oh, good. Then it's settled." The demon capered in satisfaction before she had said anything. This was also when the bells in the house started tolling. Elizabeth covered her mouth with both hands before she blurted out, "Wait a minute." The bet had already begun. Despite having a lot to say a second ago, the demon's irregular form vanished up the stairs, and she didn't want to keep it up at all. "Okay, so from here I'm going to go save because we're about where I want to be. By the way, I hate those asshole mice. They suck." That door is locked. Well, it's not, but there's creepy eyes in it. I don't want to be there. Here we go. Thank you everyone so much for watching. We shall return with this and join Elizabeth on this next part next time. So everyone have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye!